What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and by welcome back I mean welcome because chances are you've never been here before. My name is Damien Broderick and today we're going to talk about 5 tips for upping your product photography game. So product photography for me is pretty much my bread and butter. It's what gives me the most consistent income when it comes to photography or video, and I owe all of that to Instagram and then a couple of things that I do in regards to making Instagram posts. Tip number 1 kind of encapsulates all of the tips and the whole reason for this video, and that is to go the extra mile. So when it came to getting these photos published in magazines which are sold all over the world, that came from going the extra mile. So when I worked with that brand, that was just simply for an Instagram post, which they wanted to approve the posts before posting them to make sure that they met the brand image and that they were, suitable for the brand. We done our research, picked a location, we drove out there, we took the shots and then sent them off to be approved, and they were just meant to land on my Instagram account, and they've shared them on their Instagram account. The brand have used them to train in staff, the brand have obviously used them for commercial advertisement. So that is the benefit of going the extra mile. Now, one of the other benefits of having your work published in magazines is that it adds to your CV and your portfolio, and it attracts other work because this is the level of work that I'm capable of producing. So when other clients come in, you can show them that, and then they say, this is the level of work that you're getting. It's commercial advertisement, it's editorial level work. And tip 2 again kind of ties into that, which is research. It's researching the brand, who the brand's demographic is, who their core audience is, who their ideal customer is, the brand's aesthetic and overall vision for their brand image. In today's day and age, it's very easy to do that research. You can go onto their Instagram account and you can see the types of images that they're sharing and the aesthetic that they're kind of leaning towards. So if it's like nice clean cut minimalist, say something like Tom Ford or Apple would be great examples, or more vintage and rugged kind of brands like Taylor Stitch or Thomas Farthing would be great examples of brands that have really high quality work which is done on a more kind of lifestyle, rustic, outdoorsy kind of feel. So we have the benefit of the internet to do that research, where it's very easy to find out what a company's kind of aesthetics are, what their brand image is, and who their core audience is. So do your research. So tip 3 is to be creative. It's what they're hiring you for, or if you haven't been hired yet and you're producing the work in order to attract clients, be creative. Show people what you can do and show your clients what you can do, whether that's obviously photography. You could add video to that, you could do cinemagraphs, you could make boomerangs. Think about where this content is going to land, where the clients or potential clients are going to use your work. It's most likely going to be on their social media platform, so really utilize the tools that social media gives you and what brands really like to use. So if it's like boomerangs, or if it's videos with graphic where they want to kind of showcase their product in a nice way but talk about the features of their products, you can utilize all of those tools in a creative way, which 1 allows you to be creative, and 2 is giving your client a lot of value for the work that they're paying you to do. You're giving them a lot of value, which also means that they're going to come back and hire you for more work, which means your production and your level of work and your skills and your knowledge all grow the more that you're working, because you're constantly flexing those creative muscles. And that also leads on to the next tip number 4, which is to create the work that you want to be hired for. So as you see, the work in those magazines there are more lifestyle orientated product photography, as opposed to that watch being on like white seamless That's not the work that I enjoy doing, so it's not the work that I showcase. The work that I showcase is putting the watch in the environment where I feel that watch belongs, or the person who's going to wear that watch belongs. So if the brand are nice, clean cut, sophisticated gentlemen, maybe you're out in the city with a nice suit in a coffee shop, that kind of setting. If it's a dive watch, maybe you have it on the wrist of like a surfer or a diver in a wetsuit on the beach. So there's lots of possibilities in terms of creating lifestyle product shots by placing the watch in the environment that it belongs. And if you can do that, then you're creating the work that you want to be hired for. If you want to be hired for shooting on white seamless, create that work. I create the work that I want to be hired for. So if you look at my portfolio, the work that I'm showcasing is the work that I want people to say, oh, that's what Damien does, I'll hire Damien for that. Now that's not to say that you can't take on other work. So for instance, if you shoot weddings to pay the bills, but you want to be shooting commercial fashion, go out and create the commercial fashion work on your own accord. Go create that yourself and showcase that, put that in your portfolio, and you can still do the weddings and you can still earn money. But I just wouldn't put this in the portfolio, I would just put what you want to be paid for in the portfolio. And my fifth and final tip, and in my opinion, for my style of work, probably the most important tip, and that's to create characters. We're taking photos of inanimate objects. They don't have a face, they can't talk, they can't move, so it's our job to give them that life, to give them a story to tell, to put them in an environment that tells a story, whether that be behind the wheel of a car. Like, you can place it on a map, and you can place a hat and a camera and some artifacts around it, and that creates a story. Your viewer thinks, who owns this watch? Where are they going? Is the person in those Polaroids the person who owns the watch, or is the person gathering intel on the person that's in those Polaroids? So you can create a narrative without there even being a human element in the photo. You physically don't have to have a model or yourself or a physical human being in the image, but you can create the illusion of a human element in the image by placing certain artifacts, certain objects around the frame, which lead to a narrative, which in my opinion, it's what hooks people in. Nobody goes to the cinema to look at a face for 2 hours. The story keeps them engaged, and it's what keeps them there, and that's our job as photographers, to translate a story visually. Yeah, so there you have it. Those are my 5 tips for improving your product photography, and they're really simple tips, and it has absolutely nothing to do with gear or equipment or the technical aspects. I'm going to assume that you know how to do that already, but these tips can be implemented into any stage of your photography career, whether you're taking photos on your phone or whether you're taking them on a high-end camera. Introducing these little elements into your workflow and into your thought process when you're taking product photos will inevitably increase your work. It will increase the quality of your work, and it will definitely attract new clients, 100% guaranteed. So I'm going to end the video here because my lovely friend Paul has nominated me to run 5k, and I'll probably die. So, but it's for a good cause. So you run 5k and then you nominate 5 people to do the same, and then you donate £5 or €5 or $5. I'm gonna go do that now, and I'll probably cough up a lung. So I'll see you in the next video, and remember to stay home, stay safe, and of course stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one.